Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, Fisherman allegedly caught with almost 200 pounds of ganja remanded. A St. Thomas fisherman who was allegedly caught with over 190 pounds of compressed ganja was remanded when he appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Friday. The accused, 26-year-old Carlton Brown from Hampstead District, is charged with possession of ganja, dealing in ganja, and taking steps to export ganja. Judge Yvette Wentworth Miller ordered Brown should be remanded until December 3. The clerk of court had argued that Brown's address needed to be verified. However, attorney-at-law Hensley Williams said that his client is a fisherman who resides with his mother and is not a flight risk. It is alleged that on November 13, Brown was driving a Suzuki Grand Vitara sports utility vehicle when he was stopped by the police along the Vineyards leg of Highway 2000. Brown allegedly said, "What the excitement for? I just look a ganja about 150 pounds. The vehicle was searched and the compressed vegetable matter resembling ganja was allegedly found in the trunk, on the back seat, and inside a bucket marked pickled mackerel. A sum of $200,000 was also discovered. A lab test on the substance and the receipt tendered in court revealed that it weighed 192 pounds. 2 shot, 1 fatally in Manchester. A man was killed and another injured following a gun attack at a makeshift bar in Hillside, Knockpatrick, Manchester on Friday night. The deceased has been identified as Ricardo Williams, otherwise called Ricky, a resident of Hillside. This incident occurred just over 2 months after Williams' brothers, Sanjay and Andre Williams, were charged with the murder of 46-year-old Kevin Brown, also known as the Trees, on Green Street, Knockpatrick. According to preliminary reports, around 9 p.m., Williams and another man were at the bar when gunmen opened fire on them. Both were taken to the hospital, where Williams was pronounced dead and the other man was admitted for treatment. A resident who requested anonymity expressed a concern over the ongoing violence in the area, which has disrupted nightlife in Knockpatrick and the surrounding communities. "We needed to stop. We definitely needed to stop, because the people who are conscious and not in any problems need to go out. And when this happens, it puts a damper on the persons who are legitimate working persons," he said. Several communities in Manchester, including the L Belt from Albion to Poros, were under curfews in recent weeks. The resident said it is unfair that law-abiding citizens' freedom and commerce are being affected by the actions of criminals. "On a Friday night like this, people would want to go out to the bar and have a drink. When this happens, a curfew will be placed on us. We are hardworking people, and these young guys are giving problems around this area," he said. He called on the Manchester police to target the criminals wreaking havoc in the community. "We want the police to really get out and get them, because they are giving too much problems around here, and this is an ongoing problem that needs to be solved," he said. This marks the second murder in Manchester in a week. Last Friday, Homewood Technical High School bus driver Rohan Gentles was shot dead on the school's compound in northeast Manchester. Since the start of the year, 46 people have been killed in Manchester. 1 of 3 men charged over assault on man freed. 1 of 3 men charged over an attack on a man in Caymanas Bay, St. Catherine, was freed in the parish court on Friday. Selvin Ferguson, 24, was freed after it was indicated that he did not have a case to answer. However, the parish court judge ruled that accused Kennard Ferguson, 25, and the 30-year-old Marvin Miller did have a case to answer, and they were further remanded until December 16. Allegations are that on September 9, the complainant was severely injured after he was attacked by 3 men armed with machetes and hammer. It was outlined in court that the complainant's girlfriend was being attacked and he intervened. He was reportedly chopped and hit with a hammer during the ordeal. The complainant managed to escape and was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was admitted. A report was made to the Central Village Police Station, and the men were arrested and charged with unlawful wounding and assault occasioning bodily harm. CPFSA officer describes the filthy conditions at a Kahal Yahweh compound on day of police raid. Based on the testimony of a children's officer from the Child Protection and the Family Services Agency, all was not well at the controversial Kahal Yahweh compound in Montego Bay, St. James, when it was raided by the police on June 7, 2023. The children who I observed, some were coughing and had runny noses. I also observed the 2 females that appeared to be teenagers and that were pregnant, the officer told the St. James Parish Court on Friday, where members of the group are standing trial on a range of charges. During the 2023 police operation, 23 children, ages 1 to 17 at the time, were removed from the property and placed in state care. Several adults linked to the church were arrested and charged for breaches of the Child Care and the Protection Act and the Education Act. The officer was testifying in the ongoing trial of Javon Thompson, Omar Thompson, Christopher Anderson, Lakeisha Harding, Derek Clark, Elisa Meadley, Fabian Nelson, Fran Jane Paris, Jordan Spence, Joseph Foskin, Oral Spence, Rayon Letman, Ingrid Williams, Vera Woodley, Melisha Thompson, and Rona Lee Maitland. In her evidence in chief, the CPFSA officer described the scene cramped and untidy conditions at the Kahal Yahweh compound, including fly-infested food, small rooms packed with bunk beds, and an unclean bathroom. I entered through the kitchen area and I observed a lot of dirty utensils that were scattered across the counter and the table. There was water on the floor and I saw puddings on the counter, uncovered, and there were flies swarming the puddings, the witness said. I remember distinctly a small room that I entered and I observed that the room had no ventilation, no AC, no fan, no windows. In that small room, there was a bunker bed at every wall and a sponge on the floor. From the room I could smell the bathroom and I smelled the rancid smell. The bathroom had a full odor and the toilet was unflushed. There was urine in the toilet bowl, the witness continued. I went into a room and there were members of the church gathered there, and most of the persons were seated. Feeding was taking place as they were having breakfast. I saw a male going around with a big spoon, and that big spoon was being passed around and placed in the mouths of everybody, children and adults alike. The witness also told the court that she took the names of the children and their parents, and added that when a bus eventually took the children away, she went with them to the CPFSA's office. Under cross-examination from defense attorney Peter Champagny, the witness admitted that she gave a statement about her experience several months after the fact. Meanwhile, a former member of the Kahal Yahweh Church, who previously gave evidence in chief on July 26, admitted under questioning from Champagny that she described the group in her statement to the police as very nice. Would it be fair to say that you said in your statement to the police that while living on the compound of the Kahal Yahweh Church, the place and the people were very nice because we played many games and it was fun, and that when you said that, you were speaking the truth? Champagny inquired. Yes, the witness answered. The trial is slated for continuation on December 6, with the prosecution set to call 3 more witnesses for its case. A total of 4 witnesses have already testified for the prosecution to date. The 16 defendants were arrested and charged following a police raid at the Kahal Yahweh compound on June 30, 2023. That raid was a follow-up to the earlier June 7 operation in which the 23 children were removed from the property. The Kahal Yahweh group was previously in the spotlight in 2019 when the police removed the 6 children, including a pregnant 16-year-old, from the compound. The church was under investigation at that time in relation to allegations that the group was conducting child marriages as well as being involved in human trafficking, abduction, child abuse, and sexual assault. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.